Hello, and we are live. A little late tonight, kind of my MO. We're gonna be painting the Eiffel Tower tonight. Okay, we're back. I froze a bit there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're gonna paint the Eiffel Tower tonight. I'm just gonna go over what I have. The canvas tonight is also a 14 by 18 inch canvas. I got it on clearance at Michael's about a year ago. I think this would be a great time to use it. Got my water. I've got my teal, my dark blue, my mustard yellow, which I've been loving, white, pink, and black. I've got my reference photo up of the one that I posted earlier that you can see on. Did you see it, Wendy? Mustard yellow, teal, blue, white, black, pink. Drink. All right. Just gonna pull up the video so I can see it. And if you're just jumping on, just say hi. Hey, Casey. I'm just gonna pour out my colors here and my picture. While I'm pulling this up, have you guys seen that quarantine karaoke? It is hilarious. My girls and I were watching it earlier tonight. We recorded a little bit of a video, put it up of my daughter singing, hey Kathy, my daughter singing Frozen. She had such a great time. The only thing I don't like about it is that people can share your videos. I'll go over it one more time, Leslie, so you can see. It is listed. Pretty sure I just got black paint. Oh, yep, I definitely got black paint all over my face. Good. It's just like makeup. Hey, Chelsea. Okay, so these are the colors. They are blue. I say it's teal, but this is actually like a light blue. I thought it was a teal. I might add some turquoise to it to make it more like a teal. White, mustard, black, pink. I also grabbed 3 brushes tonight because I'm not really sure what I want to use, but it's always a flat brush, a round brush, and I grabbed a smaller round brush depending on how I'm feeling. I really did get like black paint everywhere. Okay, let's see if I can move my camera so you can see the canvas and not so much me. Move everything over this way. Hey, April! Thanks for joining in. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Let's move it this way so you can see better. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna start with the background first. And I'm just gonna color the background. So we're gonna do a fade. It's gonna be from the reference photo that I posted earlier. It is more like a purple, pink, tealish color, and then the bottom. Hey, Jackie. But I'm gonna, because the bottom picture had like the grass and stuff, I'm just gonna bypass that. I'm not gonna put that in here. I am gonna grab this turquoise. I'm gonna grab this turquoise to that blue so that we have like a tealish color. All right, so I'm gonna make a purple, which I'm gonna do with that pink. Hey, Santana. That pink and blue. Let's see if I like that purple color that comes out. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's more of a darker purple. So I'm mixing the color to get a purple color. Now I'm getting purple, but it's more of a light purple, and I kind of want a more bright purple. And in my head, those colors would have made it, but sometimes I'm wrong. I need a darker pink, and that's why. If you have a darker pink, you can use that. If you don't, you can use red if you have that. So I'm gonna grab, hey Vanessa, I'm gonna grab a little bit of darker pink. Sorry guys that I didn't say that originally. I just said pink actually, so I just grabbed a lighter pink. Okay, so that darker pink actually makes a really nice purple. So I put that darker pink there, and I'm just pulling it into that color, and that's a really nice purple. Girl, I love a mom's night in. I wish I was drinking. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put purple across here for probably about the top quadrant of the canvas, and then I'm gonna switch to pink, and then I'm gonna go teal and then dark blue. And I'm gonna thin this paint out because I didn't make a lot. And how you thin paint out is you add a little water to your paint, not onto your canvas, but to the paint that you made. So I made a nice purple. And again, I'm gonna go probably about a quarter of the way down. I'm just gonna fill it in with similar movement as I did last night with that orange. Yes, Mary, do it. Self-promotion, I am sending out canvases and paints and brushes as part of a kit. Because I know a lot of people can't make it to the store, or they don't want to make it to the store. I just mail it directly from my house. I have the supplies, well, most of the supplies. I'm waiting on brushes to come in. Oh, there's a lot of blue in that one. Because my supplier is backlogged as well. So they are sending it to me, and once they send it to me, I'll send it out. I have a few orders that are back ordered and a few that came through today. The ones that come through today will be mailed Wednesday. You can go to Walmart, absolutely. Absolutely. Just be quick. Don't be hanging out at Walmart. You don't want to get the Rona. All right, so I've got a nice purple shade right there. Hey, Linda. All right, so I'm gonna pick up pink now with a dirty brush. Well, not that you need to be scared. It's just that you may pick it up and not even get sick. That's the scary part about it. Yes, Jared, and you should. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna take, because the brush is still wet, and I'm picking up that pink. I'm gonna use both pinks. Corona. I'm just gonna blend it to that purple. And it should blend pretty nicely because that paint is still wet. And I'm just moving back and forth to give that nice gradient. And I'm bringing that pink down to the next quarter. Thank you, Mary. That is for the fancy people. I'm not fancy. But yes, if you're painting at home and you want to be fancy and you want to be able to put this on the wall and make it look professional, go ahead and paint the sides of your canvas as well. Hey Amanda, hey Becky. I don't know if I said hey Mary already, but hey Mary and other Mary. All right, so I'm gonna go into that blue now. Hey Monty, you're up late, buddy. I guess there's real no bedtime now that there's no school. And I'm switching over to that blue. Now I'm not going to make as much of a blend. And for the ones that have kiddos that want to watch this tomorrow, this will all be recorded for you. I would love it if Luke painted with me. He's reading the Reddit right now. Maybe I'll get him to paint with me. All right, so now I'm liking this color, but I want it just a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna add some white to it. So again, we're gonna paint another quarter down. I'm just gonna add some white to that blue just to lighten it just a little bit. So it's that lighter blue that I had. I originally thought it was a teal. It is not a teal. It's a light blue, and I added that turquoise to it just now to make it more tealy. Oh, that made it way more tealy. Okay. And I'm gonna add some white. Just to lighten it just a little bit. All right, so the bottom part of this, which is, hey Bill, the bottom part of this is I'm gonna go in and make almost this color again to the bottom half. Or it's almost a quarter. So this is a quarter, so just above a quarter. We're gonna go all the way down with this color right here, this purplish color. Because I'm gonna forego absolutely. Sorry I was on so late tonight. My kids were not ready for bed, and they definitely we're painting the Eiffel Tower. I posted it earlier tonight on my Facebook, so there's a reference photo on my Facebook. Me too. I want to see it too, Leslie. Take a picture of it, post it to my Facebook, or send me a message. Also, if you guys enjoy this, I hate asking for this, but if you guys enjoy this, please go or do the pinned wherever it is. Hi, Ellie. What do you need, babe? What? Santa. I'm really sorry, sweetheart. It's time to go to bed, okay? Daddy to the rescue. The kids are back in bed. Okay. Oh, now we want to watch Nemo. All right, so I said I was going to do this color here, and I'm just going to bring that down. To answer the question, I'm not sure if I did. We're painting the Eiffel Tower. There's a picture of it on my Facebook. You can reference that. Also, and I hate doing this, if you guys are enjoying it, please, I don't know where, if it's pinned up here, if it's pinned down here, please donate what you can. This allows me to keep going and paint more for you guys. So anything helps. All right, so I'm gonna go because it's real sad and I'm real. How often will we be doing these? Actually, Santana, every night I've been coming on to paint for the last, I'm gonna say since Tuesday night, because Monday night I actually had a paint night. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, tonight. So I've painted 4 nights in a row. Tomorrow I'm doing 2 paint nights. I'm doing the Gnome at 2 and then a Lighthouse tomorrow night at the normal 8 o'clock, 8:30 time, depending on when I can get the kids to bed. And then Sunday I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but maybe I'll just come on and paint. Last night I painted the duck with the paisley. I want to continue to keep this going because I know a lot of people enjoy this. So I'll be coming on to paint. And it's kind of neat because I have paint nights and I never paint at paint nights. So you guys actually see me now painting. All right. I ran out of that purple. I do take payments through Messenger. So if it goes through PayPal the same way. So if you send, you might through my personal. I don't know if the business will accept money that way. If it does, you can go right through my page. If not, you can find me on Facebook as Lori Miller. And you can send money that way if you want to. And I'd really appreciate it. Because what scares me is that everything was going so great. And then in a matter of a week, I might lose my new business that I just started in January. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze dust. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. Okay, and now my next step, because I felt like after I was painting this, that this purple might be too much if it goes down. I'm going to bring another blue, probably that dark blue, across the bottom there. Thank you, Becky. My landlord's amazing. She's wonderful, and her husband's wonderful. But at the end of the day, they've also got a business too to run, and I can't. It's just heartbreaking. It's absolutely devastating and heartbreaking. And I just poured all kinds of money and time and making this studio so wonderful and holding all these kid events and looking forward to holding more kid events. And I can't in my head, if this doesn't fix itself, I can't in my head financially make an exception to throw money at holding out the studio if I can't have people there. I'd rather turn that money into family money and taking care of my family. And I have a feeling, and I don't want to be Debbie Down, and I don't want to scare anybody, but I have a feeling this is not a 2-week quarantine. This is not, and I hate thinking like that. They don't send checks out for somebody that's going to go to work next week. That's my only thought. Or they don't talk about sending stimulus checks to people that might go back to work next week. But thank you, Leslie. All right, so I added that blue towards the bottom, and I'm just blending it in. So we've got quite the colorful background now. And I think what I'm gonna do is I cleaned my brush, okay? So there's no paint on it, but I'm gonna take that clean brush and I'm just gonna go back over any wet spots that there is, just to see if I can continue to blend out any of those colors. And I'm just gonna make my way down. Santana, I've loved, I'm gonna cry. I've loved having that studio, and I love doing things for kids. And this has been my dream. I've been doing this for 2 years, and I had the opportunity to be able to bring it to more people, and it's terrifying. It really is terrifying, you guys. All right. So I'm loving the colors here. So I did the purple, I faded it into pink, faded it into that teal, it looks more like light blue. I made that purple again, and then into dark blue. So I'm gonna let this dry. I think tonight it's actually gonna be a little, other than the stuff at the bottom, I think it's because this is pretty dry up here. This is dry, this is dry. This is pretty dry. This is where it's still pretty wet. So I'm gonna let that dry. I didn't take out my hair dryer tonight. Oh, can you guys see that? Fingernail scratch. Shoot. Well, that wasn't cute. Trim your nails before you try to dry it with your fingernails. I'm sorry, Desiree, what? Oh, how much are the home kits? Okay, so let me actually, while this is drying, let me go get you or show you what comes in a packet. My house has turned into a shipping center, guys. Okay, so big booty Judy, holy moly. Okay, so you get, it's a canvas panel because it can actually withstand a lot of damage, and if it goes to the mail, you'll be good. It's not gonna bend, it's pretty hard duty. It's 11 by 14, so it's actually pretty close to the size canvas that I'm using right now. This is an 18, but 14 by 18. This is a 11 by 14. So it's a decent sized canvas. And you actually, because it is solid, you use less paint because it doesn't soak in. So it actually sits right on top, which is nice. So you get that. I also have these little things here. It holds 1 ounce of paint. So the paints that I'm actually using here, what I would use, I fill right up and send it to you. It's actually quite a bit of paint. And then you can either pull it right from the pot, hey Joe, or you can pull it out and put it on a plate and mix it up. I do suggest kind of pulling it out because then you can add water to it and don't dilute the actual pot of paint. And then you can reach for more and mix in with water because water will dilute it and actually will work better on your canvas panel. So you also get 2 brushes. You get a flat brush and a round brush. And I'm actually waiting on the flat brushes to come in because I've been up until now giving out my own brushes. They're brand new, but they're ones I use at paint night. So the ones I've been doing are these ones right here, but brand new. But I can't afford to give out any more of those brushes. So I'm waiting for the actual flat brushes to come, and then I have round brushes that so I have round brushes that have come in. Hey Anna. That you will get in the mail with it. And while supplies last, because I have a few, I'm sending out plastic aprons so that you can have an apron to protect your clothing while you're painting. So you get a round brush, which actually this is a really nice brush. Nice quality. Pretty solid. A round brush with a nice point on it, so you're actually going to get nice detail with that as I stick it in the paint. For crying out loud. Dress them up, can't take them out. All right. So you get $20, you get a canvas, you get all the paint that you need in these little containers. Everything's all wrapped up. I do put tape on them so that they don't open. And then you get 2 brushes. And then it's $10 more for each additional canvas, but it also includes the brushes and additional paint for that. And then plus shipping. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, thank you guys. Thank you, Wendy. Oh, I just changed it, turned it around. Oh, there's the painting I did. Framed. Let me turn this around. I don't know how I just did that. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. And I think I haven't mailed your packet as of yet. I'm working on getting your packet out. Thank you guys. Thank you. So we're gonna start, because this is, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna touch it again and I'm probably gonna scratch it. Okay, it's still a little wet, but I think I can go on it. We're gonna draw the shape of the Eiffel Tower out now. So what I'm gonna do is move all the stuff that I just dragged in front of my camera. I'm gonna take my big round brush and I'm gonna dip it in some water and I'm gonna I'm gonna make gray. So how do you make gray? And as I tell everybody at paint night, is you're gonna take a little bit of white, pull it off to the side, and a minute amount of black. And when I mean a minute amount of black, you're gonna mix that into the white and not the other way around. Because if you do, you're gonna make a whole lot of black. You're not gonna make gray. So you wanna, if it's not dark enough, you can continue to add black to your white to make the gray that you want. but not the other way around, because black will dominate any color you mix it in. And Desiree, I do, Saturday, tomorrow at 2, I'm going to be doing a gnome, which is this guy right here, if you can see him. We're going to be doing that gnome tomorrow at 2. I'm going to be working on more kids' paintings, because normally I do them at my studio. So I'm going to work on them and get more kids' paintings for everybody, probably afternoon ones. And then nighttime is when the kids go to bed, then I can actually paint, either paint for me or paint as a paint night. I did post 4 paintings that will be happening next week. I'm going to wait a little bit later to post them. I'm probably going to do them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, only so that people who ordered paint night kits, that they'll have their stuff so they can actually paint with me live. Okay, so I'm going to move my camera back so you can see the painting and not me, even though my eyeshadow is fantastic tonight. All right, so I made a gray, and what we're going to do, so the Eiffel Tower is very wide at the bottom and it goes tall. We're going to go the length of the canvas, so it's almost like an A, or like the A shape. So I'm just going to put a basic line in. So I'm going to go up. So I did a basic line across the canvas, and I'm going to pull it back down on the other side. But it's going to be tighter across the top. It's kind of crooked. I'll fix it. Oh, it's way crooked because I'm watching the camera and not really painting. All right, so I'm gonna just make it a little bit thicker on the top just to pull it together. So I'll show you exactly what I did because my lines were not straight. So I just thickened it out just kind of to straighten out the lines. And you can do that as well. Even if your lines are straight, you just want to make it thicker at the top. Okay, so I made that gray. Kind of looks like a wishbone, a little bit. I'll take this side, you take that side, okay? Corona be over. Okay. Then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna thicken the line all the way down. And the lines don't have to be perfect because we're gonna go over in black anyways, because black makes everything pop. And I'll show you up close. Oh, you guys, I got way excited for the Eiffel Tower and I totally forgot about the clouds. No big deal. We'll make it work. I got distracted and wanted to paint the Eiffel Tower first. Some people's paint night teachers. All right, so we're gonna let this sit and we're gonna add some clouds in. Sorry. Okay, so in the original photo, there is white clouds all across the top here. And we're gonna do that too. I just switched back to the flat brush. Shame on me. I picked up some white paint and I'm just drying off most of it on my paper towel. So what this technique is, it's called dry brushing. And I'll show you what I mean. I love scribbling at this point. So I'll start over in the corner. And when I mean scribbling, I'm kind of just pulling as much, or scribbling and getting the paint on there as much as I can, and just kind of letting it go. And once it fades out and there's nothing there, cool, no worries. And I'll just keep going. So you can see, so it's thicker white in some spots and in others. So again, I'm just gonna pick up white, dry, removing most of the paint. So I have plenty of paint in the bristles. I'm gonna go over here and do the same thing. Now, clouds are not Simpson clouds, okay? Clouds do not go like the big puff and two little sides. They go, they're not, like the wind blows to them and they move and they're everywhere. So you don't have to follow a necessary shape. Just kind of let your brush go. Do its own thing. And you want to go down all the way down. I'm literally letting the brush do what it wants. And once I run out of paint, cool. I'll just go pick up more and put up a new cloud. So I picked up white paint, dabbing it on my paper towel, and I'm going in again. And you can cover some of your current clouds that you made. Again, so you want white paint on your brush. So I've got white paint, dabbing it. So it still has white paint in the bristles, but it's not as heavy. I'm gonna go into another spot. Now this does still have quite a bit of white paint in the actual bristles, but I'm just gonna continue to scribble over it until it diffuses it a little bit. Okay, and I would say go probably about to where the blue is. It'd be way prettier if I didn't draw the Eiffel Tower on already. Paint night fail. All right. And again, I'm just scribbling and I'm allowing that paint to just disappear out of the bristles. And once it's out, cool. I'm gonna go pick up more white and I'm gonna go into another place to add another cloud. So that one's actually pretty solid. I'm gonna add some in the middle here. I mean, we're not gonna see it anyways because we're painting on top of it, but I'm gonna add a little bit of clouds in the middle. So again, my brush is really dry. That's it, girl, that's it. I do love some Bobby. You wait, I'll show you just a second. Look, there's, oh, you can't see him. There's Bob Ross underneath. I love Bob Ross. Okay. Okay, so I know that was weird. Sorry, guys. So I'm gonna go in, wipe off the white paint, and I'm gonna go in and add some more clouds. And again, I'm probably gonna go to about halfway. Santana, you can paint very well, very well. And I love going to your house and seeing all the paint nights that you've done with me on the walls. All right, so I'm gonna add one in the center here. Just like I had one there, and we never made that, never put the Eiffel Tower on before. All right. I did go down a little bit further than I intended to. No big deal. Oh, I might put one more over here. It's just a cloudy day in Paris. No big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it up so that you can see the clouds on it. All right, now to get back to the Eiffel Tower, because I totally jumped ahead. I'm gonna clean my brush real quick. And since we were talking about Bob Ross, you know how we always just beat the devil out of his brush. All right. So now we're gonna go into my wishbone here and make it into an Eiffel Tower. All right, so we're gonna go back into gray. And how we make gray is we bring black to white, not white to black. Okay. So now we're gonna start shaping out. Oh, who's angry? What happened? What happened? What happened? Hey, Shar, what's up? You enjoying the paint night? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start drawing out the Eiffel Tower, okay? So what we're gonna do, because the Eiffel Tower has kind of levels, all right? So the first level, it has like a loop. So what we're gonna do from our two legs of the Eiffel Tower is that we're just gonna pull them into a circle so they connect, or a half circle, I guess. Okay. All right. Go back my reference photo here. All right, so above this, there's gonna be a level where I think it's like a viewing tower you can go up to. So we're gonna leave probably, I would say about 1.5 inches or so. And we're gonna paint a straight line across. Again, this is with that gray, so bring black to white and not white to black, and that will actually make it gray for you. So I'm just gonna make a little line there. That's our first level. And then we're gonna go up maybe 2 or 3 inches, and we're gonna put another line across. You see that? Now, from that top level, we're going to make a middle line. It's going to connect to, so it's going to pull up like this and like this. So it looks like there's two lines in there, okay? But they're going to connect to the center part here. And then at the top here, we're going to put another line across the top, but leave a little bit of the top of your tower. Okay? And this is all with that gray. And at the top of your tower that you originally drew, we're going to make another, I made a darker gray. And it wasn't on purpose, it just happened to be what I just made. But you can use the same gray as you did. You just want to make a little line on top of that. And we're going to make a little antenna thing at the top. I don't know if you can see that. Kinda. No? Yeah, you kinda can. All right, so we've got the basic shape of our Eiffel Tower down. Okay, so now we're gonna make a darker gray, and a darker gray is you can use the original gray that you have. You're just gonna grab a little bit more black and you're gonna add it to it. So it's just gonna make gray, but it's gonna make a darker gray, okay? And now the Eiffel Tower is built with like a lot of structures on it. Like it's all like different shapes that connect it together all the way up to hold it and to make, you know, the tower. So I know that sounded really intelligent, but we're gonna make those lines. All right, we're gonna start here because this is the more complex part. So what we're gonna do, because we're not gonna be able to put every bar that goes across, we're gonna make some X's, and this is gonna mimic. So I'm gonna show you what I did. And you're gonna follow that all the way to the top, and you're gonna make the X's smaller as you go up. And if the paint isn't moving as smoothly as you'd like, go ahead and add some water to your brush. Hey, Jeff. Absolutely, absolutely. Are you still painting? I hope you're still painting. So I did bring up those X's all the way to the top. And we're going to do it the same to the other side. And again, it's getting smaller as it gets to the top. And then below that level there, we're going to take that darker gray and we're just going to follow that bottom line there. We're going to go across the bottom of that. And we're also going to make two lines that are going to connect. So where those two lines were, we're going to pull two lines down. Just extend them down, and you can use that darker gray. And about an inch, or not an inch, probably half an inch below that line, we're going to draw another line across. Now I'll show you close up so you can see. Okay, and it's not going to go past, the other one is up top, it's going past the original lines. This one is going inside the lines, okay? Now we're going to, in that area, we're gonna make X's going all the way across. Hey, Paulina. Now with these two sides here, in between those, we're gonna make a line down the center of those. Now this is just how the Eiffel Tower is, but we're gonna, so the same X's that we did on this, we're gonna do in these right over those center lines that I just drew in. So I drew darker lines down the center of those two lines. And those are gonna connect like those did on the outside. So they're almost gonna look like stars at the end. I'm gonna add some water to my brush. This is what it's gonna look like. Now across that viewing tower, we're gonna adding another dark line. And it's gonna follow the exact length as we brought them out. Now from where that black line is, hey Judy, we're gonna extend that down to the bottom of our tower. You can see the dark line that I brought down. Now we're gonna get fancy here because that arch also has some little squares. So we're gonna do the X's like we did up here in this, but then we're gonna add some stuff in here as well. And actually, there is another line I didn't realize. Okay, so like the line up here, there's another line in here. We're gonna pull it across. So I will show you, sorry guys. I didn't realize that had another line there. So I just put another dark line and it's not exactly straight. So let me fix that. Better. But, so those X's are gonna go up until that line on each side. Okay. Now we want to make, let me blow this picture up. I think those are all the same. All right, I'm just gonna make some more dark gray here real quick. All right, so I made more dark gray and I'm gonna follow the line down here with that dark gray. And then I'm gonna add some detail in here. Now, in the picture, it looks like it's little, we're not gonna be able to draw out every little like circle, but we're gonna go in and put little lines in, little dashes in. And I'll show you that in just a second. And then, okay, it looks like it connects across the top here. And I'm sorry that I'm just doing the lines in here. I didn't realize there were so many little tiny lines. All right, so what I did was I made those little tiny lines and I'm just gonna make bigger lines on top of it. So I outlined the little lines and then I made bigger dashes in there. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do very similar motion for right here. We're gonna go across the top here. We're gonna fill this area in. And I'll show you that in just a second. And I kind of pulled on this side. Sorry, I'm distracted. Just kind of pulled it in over there. Okay. And because there's such little X's all over here, I'm just gonna do big X's in that. So I'm just gonna connect it through like this. Because it'll give the illusion to your eye that there's a lot more there without having to get into full detail. Now I know that I had you pull out yellow. We're gonna be adding that in afterwards. It's gonna be more of a highlight on top of this. This is the base colors that we're pulling down. Black will go on there, as well as some yellow. I'm excited to put that yellow on. All right, so now that we've got that gray down, we're gonna go ahead and add some black in for detailing. Now we're gonna be outlining, and I love outlining. That's probably my favorite part of all paint nights. So there's little things up here around the body, those little viewing areas, and then we're gonna add in, but I'm gonna start from the top. So the top had that little antenna. We're just gonna follow a little bit and make that antenna on top with black. So what you're gonna do, and I show mostly at every paint night, is you're gonna take your black with your round brush and you're gonna roll your brush in it. What that's gonna do is give you a point so you actually can draw with it like a pen. Hey, Haley. So we're gonna start outlining everything. And this is where you get your full detail in. So what I'm doing at the top is pretty much anywhere I put a solid line, I'm just kind of giving a black outline too. So at the bottom of that area, I went down the center and then I'm doing that bottom platform, and I put a straight line across and then I connected the line into the tower. I'm also going to follow the outside lines here. And I might actually. And I'm not connecting it all the way through. So you can kind of see right there how I drew the black, but I didn't go all the way down. And the reason why I didn't go all the way down is I'm gonna add that yellow ochre or that mustard yellow on there. And I'm just barely letting the tip of the brush touch the canvas. And the reason I'm doing that is because it gives you a fine point, because the harder you press down, so like you can see, like the harder you press down, so very light touching, I get a very thin line. The harder I press down, the thicker the line I'm gonna get. Okay, so you want barely to touch your brush against the canvas. And that will actually give you a fine line. Just like eyeliners, my ladies. Liquid liner. And they actually, on that tower, that area, has like a viewing, like a... We'll do that. We'll draw that in. So, get myself comfortable here. I'm gonna pull this in here. And then up here. So I didn't notice this, but on the reference photo, it has like a viewing area, so people probably can get up there. I unfortunately have never been, so I'm gonna draw that in. You can see okay, and then on the bottom part, I'm just gonna follow this down. And then I'm going to follow that curve as well.
Please go to bed.
My kids are wound for sound tonight. They know I'm painting and they want to be up. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right. So what I'm going to do here is where these lines are, I'm just going to draw it because I'm feeling like it should have a black line across here. Okay, so I'm loving the way this is looking right now with that black. I'm just gonna let that dry because that dries, so then we can go in with some yellow. That yellow is really gonna pop against these colors. Because this is probably dry up here, I'm just gonna pull a little bit of yellow just to see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll show you real quick. So what I did is on top, I put that yellow on there. And what I'm gonna do with that yellow is I'm gonna pull the yellow on all the high spots. So where I didn't put that black before on this level here, I'm gonna pull that right across. And right here. And I kind of feel like there should be more yellow in there. I was only going to put that there, but I feel like maybe I'm probably going to screw it up. I don't want to do that. I know there's no screwing up in art. I know that. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit up here, and maybe not all of them. I'm going to go down and hit just a few of these X's with some gold or some mustard yellow. And I think what that will do is give it a little bit of sparkle. And plus what I'll do is I'll also go over it with white a little bit. And I'm not going to match up each side so it's like the same. I'm going to have it almost like it walks down. So this is what I've done. If you don't like the gold or orange or yellow or whatever it is, don't put it on. I feel like it needs it. I think I'm going to do it across this over here, this line here as well. And right on this tower right here. I think that black is not super dry yet. And maybe across the top here. I feel like almost like it's making it shine a little. Okay. And I feel like we should add a little white into it too. So I've added, like I said, I've added that yellow in there just on the top of those. I think I'm going to do the same thing with white in a few spots. And I'm just adding in some white to some spots here. All right, so what I did is I added white to a few of those X's on the middle. I'm gonna add white to the top part and then probably white to this area as well, just to make it pop just a little bit more. So I'm still using that round brush. I'm gonna add a little bit of white in here, just covering a little bit over those X's, not completely. You still want to be able to see them because it gives you dimension. And then I'm gonna follow some of these over here as well. Again, I'm not exactly following the same lines. And you can kind of add the white where you feel like you need it. It's not pertinent that it needs to be in the same exact place that I'm putting it. It basically, if you've got the same shape down, you can add as many colors as you want. Even if you wanted to add, if you really wanted to add like some of the pink into the Eiffel Tower, you could totally do that. Even like blue would look nice. All right, and I'm gonna follow these X's here, and then I'm gonna evaluate, and I think we will probably be done. Only because it's dark down here. I might add white right across there. I forgot there was white up there too. All right, I think I'm happy with it. I'm gonna show it close to the camera so that you can see. And then once you're done, go ahead and sign it. I think I'm gonna grab some white. I'm gonna sign the corner over here. And this will be for sale afterwards, so if anybody wants this particular painting, it will be for sale. And I'll paint the sides up real nice for you. $25 plus shipping. All right, if you guys enjoyed and painted up with me tonight, go ahead and take a picture, put it on my Facebook. I will tomorrow be on while my kids are napping. And we'll be painting the gnome. If you can see him, you might not be able to see him, that gnome. And then we'll be painting a lighthouse tomorrow night. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an IM and or DM or whatever it's called these days, and I'll be more than happy to answer. If you're having a hard time with a specific shape, or you're not even painting this and you want to paint something else, or you have painted something else, send that over. I literally live for that. I love getting those messages of the work people have done. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. And see you tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Stay healthy.